Hello everyone and welcome to It Goes Off. It's wrap of the round time and we've just finished round 9 of the INET NBL, and I'm happy to report that the Townsville Crocs have registered their first win. They are 1-10 right now, Grantley, but just good to get the monkey off the back.
Crocs are off the schneid. The cars in Townsville, they would have been doing laps of the CBD with the croc tails hanging out. They would have been whooping, horns would have been tooting, they would have been whooping it up.
And the word is that the Lukey Neville tattoo on all the locals, he's been the saviour and he's come through, and although he only played sparingly, it's still contributed. He's 1-0 with the Crocs.
So Lukey Neville is the X factor that the Crocs have been looking for.
That's correct. And the other news is the Adelaide 36ers dropping a couple of games, which is a little surprising. But Grantley, talk us through all the winners and losers.
Started off with the Perth Wildcats 75 over the Sydney Kings 56.
Yes.
Sean Redditch with 24 points, 9 boards for the Wildcats, who had a 26-5 second quarter. For the Kings, Corin Henry had 13 points. The New Zealand Breakers 94 spanked the Melbourne Tigers 64 over New Zealand. Cedric Jackson with a triple-double, 28 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Player of the Week honours going his way. Johnny Flynn with 15 points for the Tigers. As we mentioned, the Townsville Crocodiles 75, the Adelaide 36ers 73. Gary Irvin 22 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and the go-ahead basket with 33 seconds left for the Crocs. Adam Gibson had 17 points and 7 assists for the Sixers. The Sixers then jumped on the plane and went home to play the Sydney Kings, and it was bomb. Daniel Johnson, 24 points, 8 rebounds. Aaron Bruce, 22 points for the Kings as the Kings won 88-85 in Adelaide. Finally, the Cairns Taipans 76 in a little bit of a surprise over the Wollongong Hawks 66. Our man Jamar Flip Wilson with 11 points and 8 assists. Glenn Saville, 15 points, and Reece Martin, 15 points for the Hawks. The Cairns Taipans tied this one up when they went 46-25 over the middle 2 quarters of the game. And before you say absolutely anything else,
speak on it.
If we rewound the tape from last week, what would it have showed you about the Townsville Adelaide game?
I think it said that I actually predicted that this is a danger game and that there was the prospects of an upset. I think that's what happened. Is that how you recall it?
Did you?
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, we might just rewind the tape later and have a look.
Right. Well, I tell you what, it is good news that the Townsville Crocs did get that win, and the Sydney Kings on the Doomsday Double. Is it still called the Doomsday Double?
I think so.
The Doomsday Double were able to split that very, very difficult road double games against the Perth Wildcats and the Adelaide 36ers. Let's take a look at the INET NBL standings as we speak. The New Zealand Breakers 8-2. And as you mentioned, Cedric Jackson just doing some wonderful things. The Wollongong Hawks 7-2, and the Perth Wildcats 6-3 in one of the, I hate to say it, but one of the less attractive games we've seen this season against the Sydney Kings. But they still got the win, and the Kings, with splitting that road double, are 7-5 and are in the top 4. Back in the top 4, the Adelaide 36ers fall out at 5-5. They've got plenty of work to do. They were disappointing. 2 losses on the weekend. The Cairns Taipans with a little bit of a resurgence in their form at 4-6. The Melbourne Tigers, they have got some significant soul-searching to do at 2-7, and the Townsville Crocs at 1-10. But think about the Melbourne Tigers bringing in a superstar like Johnny Flynn, and in a guard-heavy competition, many of the main focal points of most of the teams are guards, and I reckon Johnny Flynn is going to bring out the best in the opposition because of his reputation. Being a former 6th pick in the competition, it certainly did with Cedric Jackson.
Certainly did. So just getting, before you jump away from the Melbourne Tigers, they still make the playoffs, you think?
The Melbourne Tigers, it's getting all that more difficult at 2-7, and it's not just the fact that they're 2-7, it's when you're losing by 30 plus on the road and really uncompetitive against a very good New Zealand Breakers team.
So is that a no?
I wouldn't write them off just yet. I'm not writing them off just yet, but the pen is cocked and the ink is moist, and it's just about ready to put a line through them. but not just yet, Grantley Bernard.
You are just die hard, aren't you?
No, I'm just being...
And it's not that the Tigers are playing badly.
No,
it's just
they're playing badly.
Everyone's playing much better because Johnny Flynn's here.
No, they are playing poorly.
Yeah,
I'm not going to run away from that fact.
Johnny really brought the best out of Cedric Jackson, didn't he?
But the thing is, he did. But the thing is that their talent is not that bad. They've got some pretty good talent on their roster. So you'd expect, Grantley, even you would concede they are going to get better. Right. Now, to keep up to date with all the goings-on in the NBL, the place to check it out for all the stats and information is nbl.com.au, and follow the action on One on Friday night. They do a fantastic job, 9:30. Channel 10 on Sundays, 2 p.m. nationally for the tip-off there. And NBL TV continuing to do a fantastic job to bring the games on your Android, your smartphone, whatever it may be, your apps, and on your computer. It's fantastic. Plug into the television, watch it on the big screen if you like. It's just brilliant stuff. And don't forget, you can follow the players and the NBL on Facebook. The NBL Facebook page is a good way to get in contact with us, or on our Twitter, Andrew Gaze 10 or Grantley Bernard. Grantley, fantastic work by you. And don't forget, if you want to, later on in the week, we've got our ticket off section, which just covers all the major issues going on around the INET, and we might need to just break down the Melbourne Tigers a little bit more and see what they're going in the INET NBL.
I think they are broken down. They need to be put back together.
Yes. And the Adelaide 36ers might need a little bit of tweaking, a little of your magic as well. So we'll get you to dissect all that in the ticket off section. That's a little later on in the week. We need to say thanks to those that supports us and the NBL, and it all starts with the naming rights sponsor, INET.
Connect better.
10.
And 1.
Sporting.
And for
Virgin Australia. We look forward to your company in a day or so when we tackle all the issues on Ticket Off. Until then, it's bye for now on It Goes Off.